Hello, my name is Philip Cox. I'm the instructor for ADU 305, Academic Writing and Research. I want to welcome you all to the course. Look forward to working with you for the next 6 to 7 weeks as we all try to work together to improve our abilities as writers in the academic setting. This video is designed to just give you an introduction to the course, give you a few tips for success based on the experience I've had facilitating this course in the past, and then look at a couple details of the assignments coming up here in week 1. So let's jump in. Briefly, if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you go through the course page, which I have up here on the screen, and read the syllabus, go through the assignments that are coming up in the course, look through the rubrics that are laid out for each assignment so you understand the evaluation methods, and just get a sense for the scope of the work. This course does move at a pretty good tempo. There is a definite weekly rhythm of deadlines throughout the week, whether it's reading deadlines, discussion forums, peer reviews, getting drafts of your essays in by certain times so that they can be peer reviewed. There's also weekly quizzes. And then throughout each week, there's a short-term assignment, and then you're progressively working on the long-term cumulative assignment as well. So right off the bat, a very, very important strategy is to be in the course page. I would suggest every day. Even if it's just going in for 10 minutes to glance around, make sure that you're have all your bases covered and that you're not missing something, but be in the course page on a daily basis. I also suggest for you to be in email on a daily basis. I'm communicating regularly with class announcements through Warrior Mail, through the WLC email, and so please be checking that. It's also the best way for you to reach me. Contact me via email with questions, concerns at any time. I'm on the email every day, so hopefully I can respond to you pretty quickly. This course is a writing workshop approach, which means that a lot of the feedback you get throughout each week and a lot of the constructive criticism that you receive is going to be from your peers. Right at the beginning here, I'll be assigning peer review partners, and you and your partner will work throughout the course to give each other feedback on each assignment and hopefully help each other grow as writers as you read the reading assignments and work through the discussion forums together, and hopefully your peer review abilities and your peer review content improves as the course goes on. But it's really important that everybody gives a lot of effort to that workshop approach, because you're going to be wanting feedback, and I can give you feedback, and I will, but the more feedback you get from your peers is also going to be helpful to improve each assignment and improve as a writer. With that said, there is one little bit of work that I've asked you to do over the weekend here. If you haven't already, there's a writer's introduction where you tell us a little bit about your background, why you're in the course, and what you hope to gain from this academic writing and research course. So please make sure you attend to that before Sunday night of week 1. A couple other tips for writing success in the course based on all the essays that I've read over the years. I've got kind of distilled it down to 4 big tips that I'd like to share with you here at the onset of the course. I'll go through them quickly. First of all, you want your topics, as you select your topics, to be appropriate in scope. That means if you have a short assignment, like this week's assignment is just a 1 to 2 page essay, you want to pick a topic that's relatively narrow in scope, because you only have a couple pages to work it out, and you want it to be interesting and have appropriate details and to be descriptive, and so kind of keep your scope of your topic quite narrow. On on the other hand, if you have an assignment that's longer, then you can broaden the scope. But I think people get in trouble when they try to tackle something too broad and too large in a short period of time, and they end up writing something that's just vague and skimming along the surface. Similarly, if you have a long assignment and you try to really go narrow and specific, you end up filling the space and kind of writing out of pertinent things to say. So that's my first tip. My second tip is that you use outlines in your writing process so that your work is logically organized. If you make an outline and it looks coherent and your ideas are flowing in a way that's logical and order, it will help your essay and your paragraphs to follow that logical order. That will keep you from running off on tangents and keep your ideas focused on the thesis and focused on the argument that you're making or the thing that you're trying to persuade in that given piece of work. That's very important. Third is research. I'm going to challenge all of you to go right away in these courses, or in these assignments rather, and go into the academic databases that are on the WLC library page and also on this course page. ProQuest, EBSCOhost, there's others, and you can go to Wikipedia and kind of get your general basis for a topic and kind of get the cliff notes of a topic. But I would suggest going and getting used to digging down into the academic peer-reviewed journals that are going to provide the basis of support for your ideas. When you go to do research, I would suggest go to the research with an idea, with a question, with a hypothesis, and then see what you find. If you go with predetermined thesis and then try to look for other writers and thinkers that agree with you or say what you want them to say, you're going to be looking through a much narrower lens, and you're also might miss out on what people have actually said that may disagree with your preconceived notions. So important to go to the research with questions and then let that inform your writing. And then finally, this whole course is going to be written in APA format, just like your entire program at WLC. So if you haven't figured out APA formatting yet for things like page numbering, title pages, footnotes, works cited, now's the time to really nail that down. There's a lot of good resources in the course. I can provide feedback as well, and really try to kind of submit yourself to that organizing principle as you display your work, as you turn in your work, and you hand in professional, finished, polished pieces of writing. Okay, with that said, I'm going to dive into the work you have here for week 1. There are some very helpful readings in the course textbook. I'll just scroll down here so everybody knows where it is. The textbook for your course is called What's the Point? It's actually really well done, and it offers a lot of definitions and brings clarity to concepts that surround writing and surround persuasion, but it also gives a lot of stylistic advice and a ton of really good examples of articles that demonstrate certain stylistic decisions and demonstrate certain rhetorical devices and persuasive devices. So take some time going through the readings, and then you'll be ready to jump into our first assignment. The first assignment is called the birthday essay. It is a descriptive essay, so that's important. The format is description, not persuasion, not argumentation, not comparison. We'll have opportunity for those, but in the first assignment, you are just describing. You can read the assignment description on the page. Basically, you're looking up the year that you were born, finding a controversial event or something in the headlines of that year, and then you want to describe the opposing views of surrounding that event. It's important that again, that you focus just on kind of giving the facts, kind of a report style where you describe the event itself and how it was divisive or controversial in society at that time, and then describing the opposing views. It's not a place for you to give your particular opinion on it or your own perspective on it. You kind of want to remove yourself from the thinking of the assignment and just demonstrate facts, demonstrate description, and doing that through research that you have done on the topic. So that's the first assignment here for the week. And then you also have, for the discussion forum, you're going to be discovering or brainstorming a topic and generating a thesis statement for your change proposal. The change proposal is the cumulative or kind of keystone assignment for this course. It's something that you're going to be working on all week or all throughout the course, but a little bit each week. And for this first week, all we're doing is just nailing down a topic of interest and also writing a draft of a thesis statement. The change proposal, the idea behind it is that you think of something in your workplace or in your volunteer setting or somewhere, in your professional life, where you see a problem, you see something that needs to be fixed, you see something that could be improved, and you want to give some background to the problem, describe it, describe the effects of the problem and detrimental effects on the situation, and then offer a proposal for change. You don't necessarily, in the scope of this course, have to, enact the change or go through all the implementation phases, but you just want to, again, focus on fleshing out the problem and why it's a problem, proposing a certain suggestion for change, and then moving towards describing how that change is going to go. It has to all be supported by research on both ends. So finding sources that will support why something like this could be a problem, and then carrying support through your proposed change as well. So just for this week, we're just doing brainstorming for the ideas, and then we're going to be generating a thesis statement. That'll be part of your discussion forum. So this discussion forum this week is going to be really helpful in checking out whether or not you're on a good track for an idea. I'll be able to speak to see if there's any potential roadblocks I see in your avenue of research, and hopefully set you off on a good path for this long-term assignment in the course. So that's about all I had prepared for this video. Again, if you have questions personally to me, do not hesitate to email me, and look forward to seeing everybody in the course and working together on this. Thank you for your attention, and we'll be in touch soon.